ladies, thanks for watching. This video is a tough one, but it's one you definitely need to hear, ladies. You've got your ex, you've got you've got his new woman, you've got the children, and there's some manipulative games being played. How do you come out the winner? This is such a tough topic, but I have been there. I have been working with women that are going through this, and I am going to tell you an ironclad way to come out the winner in this situation. Let's say you and your ex had children together, or you and your ex were married and you have the children, you are now broken up, you're going through a divorce, he has a new woman in his life. In this situation, there could be all sorts of toxic situations. There's all sorts of scenarios. It depends on how old the children are, how long he's been with this woman, how long the two of you were together, what caused the breakup or the divorce. I get it that there can be a million different things. But ultimately, there really is only one solution. Now, it can vary a little bit, and if you think your situation is just so tough and you're not finding any answers, get on my website, email me. You can set up coaching with me. I do 1 hour free coaching just to kind of hear your situation to see if I can help you. So I will link the website in the description below. Overall, I am going to give you a very common scenario, and I see this happening so much where the new woman comes into the life of your children. Maybe she is your ex's girlfriend. Maybe they're engaged. Maybe they're married. So now she is the stepmom of the children. And if you guys can all get along great and she's a good woman, wonderful, awesome. That is the best scenario ever. Sometimes that doesn't happen because our emotions get involved. We have hurt feelings. We can feel jealous. We can feel threatened. The new woman can feel like she has to win her place and she might be doing some very toxic things. The typical scenario is where you feel like this new woman in your ex's life, this new woman in your children's life, is trying to steal the children's heart away from you. She is trying to make you look bad. She's questioning your parenting. She is really sucking up to the children. She's taking them places. She's buying them things. She's showing all this love and affection. Your ex now feels like she is the great mom, and you just feel like, you're terrible. And maybe you've reacted in a very toxic way. Maybe you've blown up. You've gotten angry. You've tried to keep the children from them because you're so hurt by all of this. This can actually work against you because it makes you look really, really bad. So I'm going to tell you how to control your emotions and how to win the day here. Now, again, you can have those situations where maybe she is doing great things for the children because she's really a great woman and she cares. But your intuition should tell you if she's just being very manipulative. So ladies, set yourself apart from the emotions. Try to look at this situation with very open eyes, maybe talk with some of your friends, maybe some people that have already gone through a situation like this and say, what do you think? Here's some of the stunts she's pulling. Here are things she is doing. Do I have a right to feel the way I feel? Do I have a right to feel like she is being manipulative or toxic in this situation? And that way you can gain much more clarity about it. Now, let me give you some clarity. Let's say she is doing things like taking the children to get a haircut or get their ears pierced or, heaven forbid, a tattoo if they're underage without your permission. Maybe they're signing them up for sports without talking with you and you guys share custody, or you have them the majority of the time. And you feel like those are conversations that you should be part of, that you should at least be able to discuss with your ex. And this new woman doesn't need to be doing those things. So if she's doing anything like that, that's totally a manipulative move on her part. You've heard the term Disney dad. So when he has the kids, he takes them and does all these fun things with them. He is maybe saying bad things about you, or the mom, the new stepmom, or the woman in his life is throwing you under the bus, saying terrible things about you and just kind of trying to make you look bad. Anything like that that's going on, manipulative move. If it's Mother's Day and dad insists that the children be with him and the new stepmom instead of you, totally bad move there. And you know these things are wrong. You know they're manipulative. You know she's an evil woman, but you don't want to just come out and say that to the children. You don't want to just blow up and go off on her, especially in front of the children. It will not work well for you. In order to win this situation, long-term win, understand this is a long game you're playing. You are not playing a short chess game. This is going to last a long time, a year or longer. And so you just have to understand that, and you have to stay in it for this amount of time. Two things I need you to understand. Dad is clueless. Your ex has blinders on. He does not see all the toxic things she is doing. He's just seeing that she's being really great. She's being really loving. She's being really caring. And you're just being crazy. And when you go off on her, guess what? That new woman comes to your ex and says, I don't know why she's so mad. I didn't mean to offend her. I didn't mean to overstep my bounds. I just really want to be part of the children's life, and I just want to love them. She's going to do this whole song and dance routine, and you're just going to look bad. So understand, first thing, your ex is buying into everything that she's doing, and you're not going to change his mind. So don't even try. Don't try to go to him and say, she is a lying witch. She doesn't care about these kids. She is just trying to steal their affection from me. She is overstepping her bounds. Don't even try, because he's got gaga eyes for her right now. So you're just going to have to let that go. The second thing I need you to understand is she is a big fake. So listen to me very carefully. She might really love and care for the children. If she does, there is no way she would try to come between you and the children. There's no way she would overstep her bounds. There's no way that she would buy the children some big thing that she knew you were going to buy for them. There's no way she would take them to get their hair colored or enroll them in sports when she clearly knows that is not her place. A really genuine woman is not going to do some of those things. So if you know you're dealing with a woman like this, she's a fake, she's a fraud. This is what is going on in her head. She does not like your children. She does not love your children. I'm sorry. I don't care how much she says she does or how much she tries to act like it. Deep down, she really doesn't. She is putting on this persona that she is such a loving, caring woman. Your children are too much like you. And depending on what age they are, they may be a lot like you. That little girl may look like you. That little boy may have your attitude. It drives her nuts because she doesn't like you. You are the connection with this guy. You have the connection with the ex. There's a bond there that's kind of always going to be there because of the life experiences that you've had together, namely having these children together. And I'm sure there were some good times, especially during the moments when they were little. So she is having to compete with that. And she's never going to have that relationship with him that you do. She's never going to share that experience with him that you do. And you those children are a reminder of you. And she secretly can't stand that. Their love of you drives her crazy. She cannot stand to hear those kids talk about you or say, Mom did this, or Mom took us here, or Mom's going to do this with us. It drives her bananas. Something else you need to understand in her mentality, she wants the relationship to be just between her and him. She really doesn't want those children around very often, but she knows she can't come out and say that. So she pretends like, we should see if the kids can be with us. See if your ex will let the kids come over and spend extra time here. See if we can have them an extra weekend this month. Secretly, she really doesn't want that. But she knows she has to play this game. She has to win him over. And in order to win him over, she has to try to win the kids over. But she really doesn't want them around. She really doesn't like them all that much. They're a reminder of you. They act a little bit like you. She's jealous of the time and affection and love and the bond that he has with the children that he doesn't have with her. She's only going to be able to hold this in for so long. So you just have to be patient. She also has to make him believe that she's better than you. She's a better woman than you. She has better parenting than you. She cares for their health better than you. She's going to have to try to make you look bad. Even if she has children of her own, don't be fooled to think that, well, she loves all children because she has children. Again, you may find a great woman out there. I know some really great women that love their stepchildren just as much as they love their own children. I know they are out there, but it is different. There is a different bond. There is a different feeling. She will also compare her children to the stepchildren, to your children. And she will put her children on a pedestal and put your children down here. Her children will be better behaved. She will make excuses for her children. And she will not allow your children to get away with as much. Now, she may, again, in the beginning, but just hold tight. I'm going to tell you how this is going to turn around. Considering she is dealing with all of these pent-up emotions of not really wanting your children in the picture that much, wanting to kind of phase them out like a Cinderella's stepmom. She really doesn't want them around, but yet she has to pretend like she does in order to win him over. She is in this turmoil of emotions, and it can only last for so long. People can hold in their crazy for about 12 to 18 months, but after that, it starts to come out. So knowing all of this, you are in for a long game. Don't win the short little battles. You want to win the war. You have to hold your emotions in. When you're feeling so frustrated and angry because of the manipulative games she is playing, go vent to your best friend. Go vent to your mama. But you do not let the children or your ex see this side of you, or anybody that would tell him. So there's some things I don't want you to do and some things I do want you to do. Here is the list of don'ts. Don't talk bad about your ex to anyone that would likely tell him about it. Don't go off on him on social media. Don't even put little subtle hints on social media. Don't act like you are mad at all. Act like whatever broke you up, it just broke you up. However the divorce happened, it happened. Maybe he was in the wrong. Maybe you were in the wrong. Maybe you both were at fault. It's over. Move on. Be the best you can for your children. That's the attitude that you want to have. Do not keep the kids away from him. Do not be so vengeful that you say, no, the parenting plan says that you have him every other weekend, and that's exactly what we're going to stick to. Be lenient. Now, I understand if you're in the middle of a custody battle, you may want to stick to a strict parenting plan during that time, but don't do it out of vengeance. Don't keep the children away from him to get back at him or to hurt him or to hurt this new woman. That just makes you look petty and bitter, and it does make you look like you're kind of crazy and you're holding a grudge. Do not be hateful when you see those two. In fact, you want to be pleasant when you see your ex and his new woman. Don't be jealous. Don't be anxious. Don't be fretful. Don't look like you are just so stressed out about this situation. Again, act as chill as you can. Put on the mask of chill, calm, polite, respectful anytime you're around them or anyone that could tell them what your demeanor is. Again, you go home and you cry in your pillow and you have a little fit when you are away from the children, but do not let anybody see you sweat. Do not let the two of them push your buttons. Don't let them goad you. So let's say the children come home and she has taken your little girl to get her ears pierced. And you are thinking, we hadn't discussed that. That was something that we weren't wanting to do right now. Or I was planning to let her do that for her birthday. Or that's something a mother-daughter should do together. You are so upset that she robbed you and your daughter of that moment or that time, or maybe you just weren't ready for her to get that done. And you feel like this woman has overstepped her bounds. I get it. You have a right to be angry. You can talk to your ex, but talk to him as politely and calmly as you can and say, hey, that really bothered me that you did that because that was something that we were planning to do together, or that was something that we should have discussed, just the two of us. Why did you feel the need to take that task or take that moment away from me? Or why did you feel that you had to overstep me? Why did you feel, hey, you had to go over my head and do that? I'm really concerned about that. And keep it very calm and say, I would appreciate it if you don't do that again. I know you wanted that time and that moment with yourself and your new woman to do that, but I would never do that to you. I wouldn't insist that the children spend Father's Day with me, or I wouldn't take that thing that you really want to do with your son, that first little fishing trip, I wouldn't take that and give it to another man. I would let you have that. And you can explain it in a very rational way. So again, another don't, no drama, keep it chill. Here are some things I want you to do. Be mom, be loving, caring, genuine mom. You may have to be the disciplinarian, and that's okay. But you just want to be the best high value woman you can be because these children are watching you. I want you to be pleasant when you are around the two of them. Don't be fake. Try to be genuinely pleasant so that the kids see how you're acting. Listen, when you are pleasant and you are kind and you are chill, that's going to drive her crazy. Understand, she's got this hidden turmoil going on in her head, and it is going to drive her nuts that she's not getting to you. So don't let anything she does get to you. Be really cool, chill, calm, polite, respectful. The other thing I want you to do, and this one's going to be hard, I want you to let your ex and this new woman see the children more. Now, you can't always do it. And again, if you're in this custody battle, that might be tough. But let's say that's not the situation. Everything's settled and you get them every other weekend type of thing. And he reaches out and says, hey, can I have them for an extra weekend? Or we're going to go on vacation. Can the kids come with us on vacation? I'm going to challenge you to say, absolutely, they can come. You're in a ball game and the kids want to sit with their dad. Say, absolutely, you can go sit with your dad. Let the children be around them more, because understand, she does not want them. She does not want that child to go on vacation with them. Maybe they planned a vacation. She really wants it to be just her and him. And you let the children go. When he asks to have more time with the children, or she asks to have more time with the children, and you let them, understand that's not what she wanted. She was banking on you saying no. And the more you let the kids be around the children, the more it's going to irritate her. Because again, she doesn't really love your kids, not the way you love them. And she's just, again, if she's a toxic, manipulative person. So the more you can let the children be around, that's actually greater for you, because her true colors are going to have to come forth much quicker. You're going to push her into a corner where she's going to have to show her disdain and her dislike for the children. So here's the results. When you act this way, the results are, number one, your ex sees you looking classy. He sees you being accommodating. He sees you giving in, not being vengeful, not being bitter. He also is going to start seeing this new woman that he put on a pedestal. She starts to get triggered and he starts to see some of her crazy coming out. Another result, she's going to tire of being around the children and she's going to start snapping at them. She's going to start criticizing them. She's going to start complaining to your ex about the children. Well, they do this and they do that. Because again, she can only hold it in for so long. And so now she has to transition from, oh my gosh, she's letting us see the children. That wasn't what I wanted. So now what do I have to do? I have to make it appear that the children are bad. See, when she can't get to you, she can't push your buttons, she's going to have to now, the children are going to become enemy number one and not you. And I know that stinks. So hopefully she's not abusive. And again, if she's abusive, then definitely don't let the children be around. But the children are going to start seeing, wow, she's not very nice. She's hateful. She's letting her kids get away with things, but she's harping on us about everything. And there's going to start to become some tension among that whole little group. During this time, the kids are going to come home and say, well, she did this and she did this and she did this. Don't speak ill of her. Just say, you know, your dad has chosen to have this woman in his life. I'm hoping that you guys can get along. And just let it go at that. Ladies, I know this is going to be hard. It's really hard to stay calm and play the long game. But you need to understand that you hold all the cards. You have all the power. You are mom. And look at yourself as a lioness. A lioness fights for her cubs. She is fiercely protective of her cubs. But she doesn't freak out when a little mouse starts squeaking. She's not threatened at all. She knows she's the lioness. She knows she's awesome. She knows her cubs are going to follow her everywhere. So stay classy like that lioness. You be the queen and you just let this other woman play the fool. She's dancing around and she's pulling out all these tricks And your ex is going to start seeing this. Ladies, I really want to see you win in this game. I know that playing for the long game is really, really hard. But trust me, trust me, trust me. I have lived this. I know many women who have lived this. It will all work out in your favor. You just stay the high value woman that you are. On my website, I have a couple of e-courses that go into a lot more detail of how to do this, how to be a high value woman, how to win, how to survive a breakup, how to not just survive a breakup or divorce, but how to thrive, and how to thrive in your finances, in your health, in your emotions, and with your children. So hit the like, hit the follow. I will put that website and those e-courses in the description below. God bless you guys. I will see you in the next video.